Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Ajay. Good evening, Karan. Hi, everyone. Abhijit, Anjum. How are you all? We'll wait for 5 minutes. Let everyone join. Okay. Good evening, Gayatri. Kashish. Good evening, Beta. Acha, did you revise the chapter? Sachin. Good evening. Today, I'll make sure first I'll complete the whole topic, and after that, I'll give you a glance revision so that this topic in itself is complete for you. Abhijit, ERO. You're from Eastern region. I feel very happy knowing all these regions. Okay, so Abhijit from which place? Anyone? If you people have, acha, yes, we last time also we had a talk about. Yes, I got it. Yes, anyone, any confusion which you or any doubt in the previous topic which we did, you people are free to ask me. I'll reply them up. I'm waiting for 2-3 minutes so that everyone joins it up. But if you people have any doubt, please, you're free to communicate. Okay, shall I ask questions? Whatever we did, shall I? By that time, we'll have a rapid fire. See, if you won't write it, how will I know you people are there? See, it becomes a one-way communication, and that's not very interesting for me at least. Anna, perfect, perfect. I'll ask rapid fire for 2-3 minutes. You people answer, and then we'll proceed. First, we'll complete a thorough revision, and then we'll end up the class. Okay. My first question is: I'm supplying agriculture produce from Tripura. What will be my registration limit? I'm agriculture produce. Abhijit, I gave you a trap. You are caught. It's an exempted, no registration. That's a trap. Yes, no limit, no registration required because these are agriculture produce. Okay, my next question. My next question. ठीक है, okay. My next question is, I am dealing in pan masala, and what is my registration limit? Pan masala. Perfect. 20. Very good. Very good. Okay. I'm operating, listen very carefully. I'm operating from two states. But from both the states, I make intra-state supply. I don't make a interstate supply. Is my registration compulsory or it is based on aggregate turnover? See, I'm working from two states. From both the states, very good, Karan. Aggregate turnover will the registration criteria will be dependent upon aggregate turnover since ma'am is not making interstate supply from any of the premises. Very good. Very good. Aggregate turnover will apply. Next question. Next question. I'm registered in Jaipur. Next question. I'm registered in Jaipur, but I want those puppets to be taken to Delhi. And I want my registration as in CTP. Is the CTP registration required or I need not to have this registration done? I'm registered in Jaipur. Gayatri, very good, not required. In case of handicraft goods, the registration for CTP is not required, compulsory. It is based on the turnover limit of 1020. We did it in the last class, right? It's based on the turnover of 1020. Yes. Okay. Acha, okay. If I'm taking goods to Delhi through truck, what is required by me to, I have to make a dash in order to start the value of good is only 30,000. Yes. Because there no limit on the value of e-way bill. So you people irrespective. Now we'll start. See, we had a warm up also, and it's a good one. You people have revised. We'll start now. Okay, just a summary. I want you people to do 22 turnover. है ना? Yes, Abhijit, 50,000 is the limit. 22, the registration based on turnover, we did it. Then I told you the whole thing also. Why those four wise states said we'll be on 10 only. Rest of these state went for 20 limits, 20 lakh rupees. Then 23 person who are not liable for registration. Okay, I'm asking if I supply goods only under RCM, so am I liable for registration? No. I'm an agriculturist. Am I liable for registration? Very good. I'm an APMC agent. Am I liable for registration? Very good. See, yes. Okay. You people are revising. Compulsory registration. Okay. Section number 24. You people tell me. I am ISD, Input Service Distributor. Is my compulsory registration required? I'm ISD. Perfect. Okay. I am OIDAR. OIDAR. Okay. I am TDS and TCS deductor under section 51 and 52. I'm making interstate supply. I'm CTP and NRTP. Good. In case of CTP, two exception. Handicraft good and good made predominantly by hand. Very good. Okay. We had a procedure for registration. I'll ask you people. I'm feeling great that you people are so good. You people are replying me thoroughly. Okay. Agla. Procedure for registration. If I want to get myself registered, I have to fill up GST REG 01. That is good enough. It has two parts. Can anybody name me? How many part? How do we number? Part A, part B or part 1, part 2? How many part? 2 part. What are they? 1, 2 or AB? Very good. In A, only 2 information is required. What are those? In A, only 2 information are required. Very good. PAN and state. Very good. Now I'll speak. Once you give PAN and state, you'll have 2 OTP on your mobile number and your mail ID. And when you go through it, then the part B starts, right? And once the part B start, if it is complete in all respect, you will get your registration certificate within dash days. If it is complete, very good. 7 days. Next, but if a physical verification of your premise is required, then 30 days. Very good. Okay. If I have given you a show cause notice to reply and you people replied me up, in how many days I will give you registration? 7 days. Very good. Okay. Beta, Sushmita, it's not 3 days. Beta, it is 7 days. 7 days. है ना? 7 days. Okay. I'll ask one more. Yes, Nikunj, I'm asking you now. You've already replied. For UIN, how many days you get the registration? UIN. Okay. You need to have an approval in case of UIN from dash. In case of UIN, very good, Nikunj. Ministry of External Affairs, Government of India. Very good. Okay. Once you get certificate of registration, you get your GSTN within dash days. You get that certificate of registration and you are granted your GSTN within dash days. How many days? 3 days. 3 days, beta. You get your GSTN within 3 working days. It's 3. It's there written. Very good. You people have revised. Next, deemed registration. I'll ask, I got myself registered under CGST. True or false? I am making an application for registration under CGST. Is this a correct procedure? Just get it once more now. I am applying for registration under CGST. Is that actually? No. Yes, Nikunj. I can either go for SGST if I'm in a state, and if I'm in a union territory, I need to get myself registered under IGS. Oh, sorry, UTGST, Gayatri. It's SGST and UTGST. Perfect, perfect. So if I get myself registered under SGST, automatically I get registered under others also. That is what is deemed registration. Now, special provision related to CTP and NRTP. We've not done. Today's our class. Amendment of registration. That means today our class will focus on to section 27, 28, 29 and 30. Now we'll start. We've had the revision also. I think there it is. Please everyone just tell me we've done this no? So that I start with the next page. Beta, we've done this now? Yes, now? Perfect. Yes, Hana. Now. Uh, okay, one more slide. From page number 82. I think physical spatial economic zone, we've been missing with this also. We'll do this also. See, physical verification of business premises. That's just a revision part. When proper officer, PO, which could be assistant commissioner, deputy commissioner, director of central taxes, is satisfied that the physical verification of POB, principal place of business, of a registered person is required to be done before the grant of registration. Yani, physical verification can be granted even before the grant of registration when one's Aadhaar authentication fails or after grant of registration due to any reason may get verification done at place of business in the presence of such person. Very important. If my office is getting physically verified by PO, then my presence is required very much. Can I ask you a question? Physical verification is done only before granting of GSTN. True or false? Physical verification is no, false. See, Nikunj, just check this B portion. You will get the answer. It says after grant of registration due to any reason. The next one is verification report along with other document, including photographs, shall be uploaded in the form GST REG 30 on GST Common Portal within 15 working days following the date of such verification. I'll ask how can the question be framed to you? While physical verification, PO took the pictures of your premises. You are of the view that PO is not allowed to take pictures. Tell me, is your view in this matter is correct or false? This is the question I asked. While physical verification, the PO took some of the pictures of your premises. False. Yes, he's allowed. See, the topic in itself says the PO can take the photographs and upload its report. So yes, he can take the photographs. Next, application by registration by in spatial economic zone. It's a very simple one. Just remember it like this. This is Jaipur. This is Rajasthan, sorry. And in that, I have a says. If I have two unit, one in Rajasthan and another one in says, tell me how many registration required? Very good. Same thing. Same thing is over here. Same thing. Perfect, beta. Okay, can anybody tell me? This is called says. Perfect. What is this other area of Rajasthan known as? This is says. Perfect. What is this other area of Rajasthan known as? DTA. Yes. Domestic tariff area. Perfect. Perfect. DTA. Now, a person having perfect. A person having unit in a sales or a sales developer. This provision has been given to a person who operated a unit in sales at the same time who developed the area of sales. Now, we'll have to make separate application for registration as distinct from its place of business located outside state. In the same state, outside says in the same state or UT. Thus, there may be a case where two units of a taxpayer are located in a same state or UT, one in says and another outside says. In that case, separate registration has to be obtained from each of these two units as separate place of business. Now, example, Suvarna Industries engaged in manufacturing activity in Uttar Pradesh. It has two manufacturing units, one in SAYS and another outside SAYS. Under GST, one registration per state is required. However, since in this case, one of the two units of Suvarna is located in SAYS, SAYS unit will have to be compulsory make separate application for registration as a place of business distinct from its unit located outside the same state. We've done it in the last class also. So this is very much self-explanatory, but are very, very, very important. Very important. Effective date of registration. Everyone, please understand. See, my turnover crossed 1st April 2026, 20 lakh. And I'm a supplier of service. Now, I have to get myself registered within 30 days. Tell me, yes or no? I need to get myself registered. I have to apply for registration within 30 days. We did it in the last class also. And I have applied also. Here I am. I applied on 10th April. Within time. Now, I got the registration. I'm giving just a date. I got the registration on 15th May 2026. So I hold a GSTN on 15th May. Now tell me, from which date will I be known as registered? From which date will I be known? Yes, exactly. I'll be known registered from 1st April. I'll be known as registered from 1st April. Why? The point was I applied for registration within 30 days. So I'll get my registration retrospectively on the date when I had the event of applying for registration. Did you people understood the first point? Did you people understood that I got the registration though on 15th, but I'll be registered from 1st April. Of course, Abhijit, my example is I'm getting the registration on 15th May along with GST. And though already I'm too much delay in the registration, I'm taking it like I've got the registration along with GST and on the same date. Next question. See, my turnover crossed 1st April 2026. So I have to apply within 30 days. But I applied for registration on 5th May 2026. Now tell me, is this within 30 days? Is this within 30 days? No. Now I got the registration. Say I got the registration from 15th May 2026. What is the effective date of registration? Yes, the actual date when I got registered. Yes, in this case, I'll get registered. Acha, tell me, which is beneficial? To get the registration from the back date or to get the registration from the date of certificate of registration? What do you think? Which one is beneficial? Very good, Ramchandran, back date. But what is the reason? Why back date? Good. You people are correct. From back date. But why? Yes, Dhanalakshmi. Perfect. To avail ITC. To avail ITC. Perfect. This is the reason to do. Now you've got very good. Perfect. Now we'll do it. Within 30 days, from the date of person become liable to registration. Date on which person become liable for registration. After 30 days, from the date the person become liable to registration. Date of grant of registration. The same examples. Now, determine the effective date of registration under CGST Act in respect of the following cases with proper. So my date, first August. It is the date when my turnover exceeded. Now, Varun Industry manufactured LED TV in Mumbai and sells them in Pune within state. It submits an application for registration on 20th August. When did he apply it for? 20th August. And he got the registration certificate on 25th August. And on 25th August, it got the certificate. Beta, from what date will I be known as registered? Very. The answer is 1st August. Perfect. Perfect. 1st August. Next. Shweta, Infotech Service, it's a case of service, is the provider of internet service in Pune. Its aggregate turnover exceeds 20 lakh on 25th September. It submits the application for registration on 27th October. Kar di gadbad isne. He's applying for the registration after 30 days. Now, registration certificate granted on 5th November. Beta, from, yes, you people have, yes, the answer is 5th November. Perfect. Okay, spatial provision for CTP and NRTP. Beta, this is randomly asked, this is usually asked question. We should know. Please understand, please. I'm registered in Rajasthan. I'm registered in Rajasthan under GST. I want to go to other states and want to sell my goods. Then in other state, acha, my other state registration is not permanent. It is for a temporary basis. So here, before opening my stall, I have to get myself registered as casual taxable person. Now, can anybody tell me how many days before do I need the registration as in CTP before starting the business? Very good, Kashish. 5 days before. Perfect. Now we'll read it. First we'll do CTP, then we'll do NRTP. A casual taxable person is one who has registered business in some state. Very important. I am registered in some state in India, but want to supply from some another state in which he does not have any fixed place of business. And in Delhi, I don't have any fixed place of business. Such person need to register in the state from where he seeks to supply as CTP. So I have to get myself registered as CTP in Delhi. Then, okay. First of all, did you people got CTP? So that I read this also NRTP. Shall I read NRTP also? So that we complete this slide completely. Okay, now understand. This is outside India. This is India. If a non-resident want to come India in the same trade fair for temporary basis, now he will in India, he need to get himself registered 5 days prior opening the stall. And here he will be known as NRTP. And here he will be known as NRTP. Can anybody tell me, while I'll apply for registration and as an NRTP, do I have PIN number? If not, what is the number which I require? Very good, Dhanalakshmi. Passport number or TIN number. Very good. Tax identity number. Okay. And now we'll do it. A non-resident taxable person is one who is a foreigner and occasionally want to effect taxable supply from any state in India. And for that, he need GST registration. So, what is the procedure of CTP and NRTP? They are same. See, GST law prescribe special procedures for registration as long as extension of the operation period of such casual and CTP and RTP also. We already know, but at a one stance, how many maximum day do we get the registration? 90. And if we want, we can extend to further 90. So it becomes at max 180 days, right? Then it says they have to apply for registration at least 5 days prior in advance before making any supply. Registration is granted to them for a period or of operation is extended only after they make advance deposit of estimated tax liability. We did it in the bank account also, that if I am a CTP or an NRTP, before granting of registration, I need to deposit tax beforehand to government. Do anybody know? If I need to deposit tax to government, what will I be granted? See, I'm a CTP, I'm in Delhi. Very good, Nikunj. I'll be given temporary reference number. Yes, I'll be given a TRN through which even before registration, I am able to deposit my tax on the said supplies. Then registration is granted to them for a period specified in the registration. Application on 90 days from the effective date of registration. Who will tell me? See, I'll give you two examples on it, and those are very important. Beta, I went to an exhibition, and that exhibition one was for only 25 days. Now tell me, like if I am going as in CTP, what is the maximum time I can have the registration? Is it 90 or 25? If But my exhibition is only for 25 days. So 90 is maximum. I can have the registration for 25 days also. Maximum is 90, but I need it for 25. The answer is either your time or 90. इनमें से at max whatever is applicable is like I want my registration for 25 days only. On the other hand, now listen. If I want to have registration done for 80 days, so is my registration granted for 90 days or 80 days? We can get 1 day, that's key advantage, ma'am. Yes, Anna. So I will be getting my registration as 80 days. Perfect, perfect. Then it says period of validity. We'll read it now. Period of validity of registration certificate granted to CTP and NRTP. Period specified. See, got it now? I asked for 80 days, but though at max, I can have a one stretch of 90 days. But since I have asked for 80 days, my registration will be for 80 days. It can be extended further by a period not exceeding 90 days by making an application before the end of validity registration granted to him. If I want to extend my this validity, so before end of 80th day, I have to apply for further extension. I have to apply for further extension, and that period cannot be maximum of 90 days. Now, whichever is earlier. Then it says provision relating to verification of application and grant of registration under Rule 910 will apply mutatis mutandi to the application. Mutatis mutandi means as same as. So whatever the provision of time period is for CTP, the same provision are for NRTP also. Did you people got it? Shall we do the questions now? Right? Okay, these are the questions. First question, we'll read it. Krishnadev and Company engaged in supplying taxable goods and is registered in Rajasthan. It wishes to participate in 5-day business exhibition being held in Delhi. However, it does not have a fixed place of business in Delhi. So, in this case, Krishnadev Company has to obtain registration as CTP in Delhi. Did you people got it? Now, advance deposit of tax. Can anybody tell me what was Rule 10A? Can anybody tell me? I said it also, it's very important. Do anyone remember what is Rule 10A? Very good. You people remember. Bank detail. Bank account detail. Yes. Very good. Within 30 days of opening the, having the GSTN, I have to furnish or using the invoice furnishing facility or filing my first GST. GSTR, whichever is earlier. Yes, perfect. This is what the thing is. Now, at the time of submitting the registration application, CTP and RTP are required to make an advance deposit of tax in an amount equivalent to the estimated tax liability of such person for a period for which the registration is sought. Further, CTP and RTP will get a temporary reference number for making an advance deposit of tax, which shall be credited to his electronic cash ledger, and acknowledgement of the receipt of application for registration is issued only after said deposit. So you will get a TRN through which you will deposit your tax in advance, and once you deposit, you will get a receipt, and once you upload those receipt, then only you will get a registration as CTP or NRTP, otherwise not. Then spatial provision, this is a different thing. Haan bhai, did you people understood CTP, NRTP? Done? Okay, can I ask you a question? If I'm a CTP, can I take a relaxation of Rule 10A? If I'm a CTP, can I take a relaxation of Rule 10A? Very good. There were two exceptions now, and those exceptions were the same, CTP and NRTP. Done. Perfect. No, I can't. Special provision for a grant of registration in case of person required to deduct tax at source under section 51 and to collect at source under section 52. I'll explain what is 51 and 52 so that you are thorough with it. See, if I'm an e-commerce operator, I have vendors associated with me and I have customers associated with me, right? I sell the product of vendor through my digital platform, and these customer pay me the money as in consideration, and I ego pay this money to vendor. But while paying the money to vendor, I deduct certain percent of TCS, certain percent of TCS. So the amount is amount less TCS, and the balance amount is given to these vendor. This is what is known as tax collected at source. I'll tell you, I'll be doing this chapter with you. I'll tell you why TCS is deducted. I'll give you an example. Just understand, we'll assume the TCS is collected at the rate 2%. Assume TCS is collected at the rate 2%. So if vendor A TCS amount is 2 lakh rupees. Can anybody tell me how much output sale did vendor A made? If government have 2 lakh rupees as TCS of vendor A, how much money did vendor A had of output supply? How much turnover did vendor A made? Tell. I'm waiting for you. Very good, Gayatri. Very good. Beta, Karan, do it again. Do it again. Now you get it. Yes, I'll tell you. This is the way government keeps an eye on every small person who's supplying goods through e-commerce operator. We'll do it. This 2 lakh to 2 hai, to 100 कितना होगा? And it becomes 1 CR. That means exactly, Anil. Anil, you joined late? है ना? So exactly. Now tell me, do government have a data about vendor A, vendor B, vendor C, and all the vendor who are supplying their goods through eco? Do government have the data now? See, that's why the concept of TCS was adopted under IDT. So I told you about IDT. Now I'll tell you about DT also. So that you have a thorough idea. You are not doing it just to ratify. Because I know it has not been done. We'll be doing it later on. Okay? At the same time, we have a concept of TDS. I'll explain this also. Okay, I'll do TDS also. There is all the government department, all the government. It could be central government, it could be state government, union territories, local authority, on certain payments, on certain contracts. Whenever they make the payment to the vendors, they deduct TDS. They deduct TDS. And cumulatively, all the government department who are deducting TDS are known as drawing disbursement officers. What are they collectively known as? Drawing disbursement officers. So this is what the concept of TDS is. Though in DT we don't have this concept of TDS, there are certain payments under section 192, 193, 194, 195 where TDS to be deducted. Whereas here, only when the government makes the payment on certain limit above, the TDS need to be deducted. Did you people understood both the concept of TDS, TCS under GST? So that you understand what is written in the paragraph. Right? Okay. So first of all, let me decode it for you. What is written? It says, if I am central government and I'm registered as I have my GSTN, but if I am covered as DDO, I need to have a separate GSTN. So why? Because under GST, I have a liability to deduct TDS. In the same way as an eco, if TCS is applicable on me, I need to have a separate registration. So did you people understood what the concept is all about? If you're a deductor of TDS, TCS, you need to get yourself compulsory registered. Shall I read now? Shall I read it now? Perfect. Now, it says application for registration has to be submitted by such person in different prescribed form at the GST Common portal. They would be granted registration within 3 working days from the date of submission of application after due verification. Within 3 days they will get. Now we have two people who will get within 3 days. And what are those two people? In fact, three people who will get their registration within 3 days. And whose are those? Very good. NRTP, no Dhanalakshmi, it's not NRTP. Very good. UIN, Sushmita, perfect. UIN, TDS and TCS. This could be asked in a MCQ also. We have three categories where the registration is granted within 3 working days. Now, where on request made in writing by a person to whom the registration has been granted under rule or upon the inquiry pursuant to any other proceeding under CGST Act, the proper officer is satisfied that the person to whom the certificate of registration has been issued is no longer liable to deduct tax at source under section 51 or collect tax at source under section 52. He said the said officer may cancel the registration issued and such cancellation shall be communicated to the said person automatically. UIN, unique identity number, it is for the embassy people, no? Anil, that is what UIN is. But the last paragraph is very important. First of all, hear me up and then revise it your own self. My question to you is reply. See, I got myself GSTN. Why I got GSTN? Because my turnover crossed 20, 10, 40 as the case may be. And this was the case of year 25 and 26. But in 26, 27, here my turnover was 42 lakh. But in the next year, my turnover went to 28 lakh. Now tell me, since my turnover is lower than the expected criteria, will my registration get cancelled? Will I get unregistered? No, na, I won't get unregistered. Right? Very good, but very good, very good. You people got the answer, but now remember. But in case of TDS and TCS, if you are not liable to deduct TDS or TCS, then you can ask for cancellation of registration. See, the proper officer may cancel the registration issued and such cancellation shall be communicated to the said person electronically. First of all, you understood this, then I'll give you example how you are not liable to collect TDS or TCS. You people understood this? If I am not liable to deduct TDS or TCS under section 51, 52, yes, my registration will get cancelled. Now, I have not explained, but I wish and I'll be happy if you answer. See, I'm Amazon. I sell my own product also, and those names are Amazon Basic. And I sell product of different vendor also. I get payment from customers. Now tell me, when I get payment for my own product, do I need to deduct TCS? Think about and give me answer. Do I need to deduct TCS? No. TCS is deducted to know about the vendor. Anna, I am not. But when the customer make payment to Amazon for vendor, do I need to deduct TCS? Now see what I did. I grew my business too much and I stopped the vendors to come on my platform. Now I am selling only my own product. Now tell me, am I covered under TCS or no more covered under TCS? Am I still covered? No, I'm not covered in TCS. Now I can ask for my registration cancellation. Now understood? Yes. Now understood the point? Perfect. Done. Amendment in registration certificate. Okay. First of all, I ask you the questions, then you answer me. You will get it yourself only. Actually, tell me, so many times we change our phone number. So it is very frequent. Matlab, though I think at your level, changing the phone number is frequent. Not at my level because my business contact are with my phone number only. So changing my phone number or changing the phone number, do you feel is a very it's an activity which cannot be done, or it's a very regular activity? Changing the phone number. It's a regular one, Dhanalakshmi. Usually it's a regular one. ठीक है? Nikunj, it is regular. We people are fortunate enough and we people are good. We don't change the phone number. Otherwise, businessman, they take loan and they change their phone number. So in business, changing the phone number is a regular one. Anna? So it is yes. So yani, phone number changes very, very frequently. And the same time, changing the email address. Changing the email address. It is also a regular one. Yes, so many times we forget the mail passwords and IDs. So it says, now I'll explain the whole scenario to you. Beta, in part A and part B, we've given so many information to department. If we want to change, if we want to amend those information, that is what is known as amendment in registration certificate. It is divided into two categories, a core area change and a non-core area change. I'll ask you then. Change in phone number, what do you say? Core or non-core? NC or C? Very good. NC, non-core. I said that it's a regular one. It's a regular one. Change in email ID? Change in email ID? Very good. Change in address of office? Change in? Yes. Now you're getting it now. Okay. We were individual. We shifted to firm. Core or non-core? Yes, this is what it is asking. Now, again, I'll see, I'm explaining it in the oral way only so that you people had a mindset towards it. It says, if it is a non-core change, change it yourself at the portal. But if it is a core change, then you have to seek the permission or an approval of PO. That's it. That is what is written. For non-core, do it your own self. But if it is a core, get a permission or approval from the proper officer. Now we'll read it. It's done. Kind of changes. If any person has taken registration and subsequently amendment to registration is allowed, you can change. These amendments are related to either core field or non-core field. Amendment to core field is allowed with regard to the following. Core field, see, name of the business. Name is actually very important. Address of place of business, principal or additional. Addition, deletion of partner, director of business, which does not lead to cancellation of registration. I'll tell you this point. This is an important one. I will not tell, I'll explain. You people answer. See, we opened a firm. There me, then we have Sushmita in the firm. Then we have Karan in the firm and we have Sridhar and Anjum in the firm. So we five are the partners. But the PIN number was mine through which the firm was registered. Yeah, do you people remember? In case of any of the partner, Aadhaar and PIN authentication. So PIN number is mine. Now tell me, if Anjum get retired from the firm, do it need the change of PIN number? Do it need the change of PIN number? No. This will be known as amendment, and that too at which category? A core field category. Did you people understood? It is an amendment to registration, that too a core field activity. Right, everyone? Shall I change it? Now see, I got retired. Now tell me, is this a change or is it a cancellation of registration? I got retired. Sushmita, it is not a change. Beta, it is not a change. It's not a change. Rather, it's a cancellation of registration, because registration was with my PIN number and I got retired. You need to get somebody else PIN number in the for the registration. So that is altogether a new registration. It's not an amendment in the registration. Did you people got it? Right? Right? Now I'll read it once again. See, addition, deletion of partner, director of business, which does not result to the cancellation of registration. Then the PO may approve or reject amendment in registration. If approved, then it will take effect from the date of occurrence of event which lead to the amendment. For example, whenever Anjum was retired, from that date we will get a new registration certificate. Then amendment to non-core field. So is allowed with regard to the change in mobile number or email address of the authorized signatory. But I'm again telling you, sometimes we take our studies to a personal level, but business and our personal level are entirely different. Please remember, if I am working with my firm and I am working as an individual, matlab I have an individual identity also. Always remember, usually businessmen have two numbers. One for their domestic use, that is for their personal use, and one there for their official use. And usually what they keep on changing, their official number they keep on changing. So mobile number and mail ID are not core, rather they are non-core. Now, next, submission of application. Every registered person shall apply for amendment in GST 14 within 15 days from the change, along with the document relating to such change. Whenever, like when Anjum went, I have to, I means the firm have to apply within 15 days of her retirement. If PO may approve the amendment within 15 days from the date of receipt of application and issue an order in GST 15, the such amendment shall affect from the date of such change. And if it is approved by the PO, our new registration certificate, our change will be affected from the date when Anjum got retired. Further, such amendment shall be applicable for all the registration with the same pen. That means if we have distinct persons, then it will be applicable to all the distinct person also. Did you people got this? Everyone, did you get this paragraph of amendment in the registration? Perfect. Now, cancellation or suspension of registration. Now, first of all, you have to understand there are two words involved and they are not one and the same thing. If you understand this, it becomes very easy. And let me make it for you. Here, I am the registered person. I am the registered person. Here, this is the proper officer. And I don't want to carry on my business. So I applied for. Please see. I applied. I made an application for cancellation of registration. Okay, now tell me one thing. Will PO grant me promptly or it will see about me? Is ma'am have done any kind of fraud? Is any tax liability of ma'am is pending? Is ma'am's GSTR have been filed or pending? So will it give me prompt or not prompt? It will take time to see all my open cases if available under GST department. Right now, it's not prompt. So I've applied for registration and PO will give me order of cancellation, not today, maybe after 30 days, 40 days, that we need to study. Now people, now everyone remember this time period, the date when I applied for cancellation and the date when I got the order of cancellation is known as period of suspension. This is suspension and this is cancellation. First of all, understand these two words. Then only you are able to get it further. Otherwise, you will get confused in suspension and cancellation. Did you people understood what is cancellation and what is suspension? Okay, can I ask you a question? Perfect. Can I ask you a question? In the period of suspension, my existence exists In the period of suspension, my existence exists. True or false? Next question. Next question. Perfect. Okay. During the period of suspension, I can make the taxable supply. During the period of suspension, I can make the taxable supply. Only Dhanalakshmi and Kashish told me yes. Yes, I can make the taxable supply. Who said me stop? No, I can. Yes, I can. I am not yet cancelled. I have not yet cancelled. So I can make the taxable supply. This we are going to do it. Okay, next. After once I filed the application for cancellation, I found I did wrong. But ma'am, GST is suspended. No, Abhijit, we can. Today we'll do it. Anna, we can. Right? So, Abhijit, we can make the taxable supply during this period. Now, let me tell you another thing. I've made this application for cancellation, but after some time, I felt no, it is my mistake. I should get it back. And now I'm applying for revocation. Now I'm applying for revocation of cancellation. So there is one new word. See, there are three words associated with today's last topics. One is applying for cancellation. The other one is suspension. In fact, I'll say one is cancellation order. The third one is suspension. And the second one is revocation of cancellation. Now tell me, can I apply? See, I have not yet received the order of cancellation. Can I apply for revocation? I have not yet received. Yes. Okay. But if I have received the order of cancellation, can I ask for revocation? No. So before starting the topic, have you understand the whole procedure about? Before reading the topic, you've understood now? Shall I read it? It's a bit tricky. It's a bit tricky. We'll read it. But it's not so tricky also. See, registration may be cancelled by the proper officer. See, we had a proper officer now. Different type of cancellation. How many way we can get this cancellation done? First, on the application of registered person, we also took the same example. On the application of legal hire of registered person upon the death of the, okay, if the proprietor is no more, the legal hire will apply for cancellation. So in that case, upon the application of legal hire, and suo moto by proper officer. And suo moto means, what do we see? Last class also I told, suo moto means, yes, on one's own will. So proper officer can himself also cancel the registration. Now, first of all, cancellation at the request of applicant. What we are doing? How I, who's registered, is applying for cancellation. There might be some reason now. We'll see what are the reason. In the following cases, a registered person shall file an application for cancellation of registration. First, the business has been discontinued. I have stopped my business. The business has been transferred by any person, including death of the proprietor. The second point is covered over here. The business has been amalgamated with other legal entity. The business has been demanded or otherwise disposed of. Sorry, demerged or otherwise disposed of. There is any change in the constitution of business. For example, we were firm and we converted into LLP, or we converted into private company. So the constitution changed. Then we have the taxable person except voluntary registration is no longer liable to be registered, and any voluntary registration person shall file an application for cancellation any time during the pendency of proceeding. Such cancellation of registration, the registration may be suspended. So we'll do it. If I ask you a question, write 4 points, a 4 marks question, write the point where the applicant can apply for cancellation. So we have so many options. See, I discontinued the business, my constitution changed, then we have I transferred the business or the death might be the reason, then amalgamated with other legal entity, my business got demerged, and except voluntary registration, I am no longer liable to be registered. So in that case, I can apply for cancellation of registration. Did you people understand? Anna? See, if you people continue messaging me, it becomes very happy for me. Yes, yes. Merger also, yes. Sridhar, in merger also, na beta. See, imagine A might have a different SIN number, B limited. These are companies. This might have different SIN number. But when they merged, they became AB limited. Now, altogether, a new SIN number will be issued. So, we need to cancel the registration GSTN of A limited and B limited. And we have to get a new registration of AB limited. Understood, Sridhar? Right? Yeah. Next, cancellation by GST. The GST officer can cancel the registration. See, I'll start it from here. Registered person registration was obtained by means of will fraud, willful misstatement, or suppression of fact. When you got registered, you gave wrong information during the registration process. And when you are caught with the false misstatements, then the proper officer can cancel your registration. Voluntary registered person has not commenced the business within 6 months from the date of registration. Do you know? Okay, I'll tell you, you people might not be knowing it. Usually, people start business and they start with GSTN. Matlab they have a dream to start a business and they take a GSTN. But this dream is just a dream. They do not take any practical aspect to start the business. And I know many of my clients who've taken GSTN from me but have not started their business from years. Now tell me, will the GSTN department continue with the registration or will cancel the registration practiced by department? Composition taxpayer has not furnished a return for a financial year beyond 3 months from the due date of filing return. Okay, return, since you people have not done, I know that I'll be doing it with you. So I'll explain. See, I'm a compo dealer. My return is from 1st April to 31st March, right? I'm a composition dealer. You people all know about composition dealer now? Section 10, you people all know about now, beta? Perfect now? Hana? Okay, okay. So you people are composition dealer and you have to file your return quarterly. First of all, you have to file your return quarterly. Hana? This is first thing. And one annual return which has to be filed till 30th April. And once you have to file an annual return also, which will be filed till 30th April. Yani you will get a time of 1 month. If you have not filed it within 3 months, see, composition taxpayer has not furnished the return for the financial year beyond 3 months from the due date of furnishing the return. So if you have not filed your return within 3 months, of 30th April, I, as a proper officer, can cancel your registration. Did you people understood? My annual return will be filed till 30th April, right? So May, June, July. If I do not file this annual return within 31st July, the proper officer may cancel my registration. Then the fourth one, a registered person has not filed return as specified continuous tax period referred to clause HNI below. It is written down, but I'll explain you. See, I'm a registered person, a regular registered person. I have to file my return monthly. I have to file my return monthly. So for April, I have to file it till May. For May, I have to file it in June. So it says if I have not filed my monthly return for continuous 6 months, for how many months? For continuous 6 tax months, then PO can cancel my registration. Everyone got it? In case of compo, it's 3 months, right? And in case of regular dealer, a regular period of 6 months. Done? Now, we've got one more here. It says A registered person has contravened the prescribed provision. We've got the provision there. We will be reading it, but let me sum it up for you. See, if I want the cancellation, there could be three reasons for cancellation. First, I want the cancellation. I'm no more. My legal hire wants the cancellation, and the proper officer wants the cancellation CO motto. First of all, you understood these three things. There were three topics where I could go for cancellation, right? Everyone. Perfect. First of all, when I am going for cancellation, that is, I means the vendor, the registered person. I've got merged, I've got amalgamated, demerged, my business discontinued, I got expired, then legal hire will apply for registration. I am no more liable to pay tax, but I'm not a voluntary registered person. In these cases, I can go for cancellation of registration. The next topic is PO at its own will cancel my registration. There are actually 5 points, but they are not five. They are multiple which we'll be doing it. We'll do it. While filing the registration, you gave me fraud, you give me willful misstatement. So when I will get them up, I can cancel your registration. Then next month, I got my registration done, but I did not started my business within 6 months. My registration can be cancelled. I'm a composition dealer and I have to file my annual return with the 30th April. If I do not file it within 3 months from 30th April, my registration can be cancelled. Then I'm a regular dealer. I have to file my return monthly. If I do not file my return for continuous period of 6 months, then my registration may be cancelled. And the last, there are other point also which we will be doing it later on. Did you people understood? Did you people understood, beta? Everyone? Chali, we'll do it one by one. In the following cases, registration can be cancelled by proper officer. From such, including any retrospective date. Everyone, very important. Retrospective date, as he may deem fit after giving opportunity of being heard. Okay, tell me one thing. In this diagram, who is at a fault? The proper officer or the registered person? RP or PO? Who's at the fault? Very good. RP is at fault. For sure, government will give some kind of punishment to them. And the punishment is their registration can be cancelled from any retrospective date. Just imagine if I have purchased a machinery of crores, right? And my registration cancelled before the date of purchase of machinery, I cannot get the credit of such machinery. So here, as a punishment, there is a provision laid in GST Act which says if PO cancel the registration can be cancelled from? Yes, prospective date also. Yani when I found you wrong, not from that day, even before that day also, I can cancel your registration. Now, prescribed contravention. See, remember, we had this point. There it is. Now see, what are the prescribed contravention? The prescribed contravention which makes a registered person liable to be cancelled for registration are, what are? The registered person does not conduct any business from the declared place of business. Okay, I'll tell you. I took a shop on lease, a very small shop, but it was in the main market. Usually people do. I'm giving you all the practical example which I face during my practice that I give. For example, here there are certain markets which are very famous, very famous. So I want myself to be there. So I took a very small shop in a famous market, but I don't have a space to keep my articles there, to produce article. So every work is done at my home. Every production, everything is done by me at home. By the passage of time, people do not recognize my shop. Rather, they recognize my residential address. And what I did, I have stopped doing business from the shop. Rather, I'm doing the business from my home. Now tell me, if I am caught, the PO can cancel my registration. Have you people understood? See, there are two different points. We cannot get confused. The first point is, if I have started the business, if I have taken the registration, I have to start the business within 6 months. That was there above. This is not that case. This case is, I have declared the place of business some other, but I'm working from a place some other place. So here the PO can cancel my registration. So that was first point. Then we have issue a invoice bill without supply of goods service in violation to the provision of the act or rule made there under. Have you people, see, you people are from all over India, I know that. Then I tell you what I have noticed. Have anyone took a invoice where GST was mentioned but the person did not had a GST in? Did anyone had this? No, no. Okay, I'll tell you. I face this out. Okay? Very good, Abhijit. This has to be a very, need to notice. We had the college which I went, we had a canteen, right? And the person, in fact, college, I tell it, okay, take it a college. We had a canteen, and there, the person who's there in the canteen, whenever we used to purchase any stuff, he used to had 5% GST done. Because you know now, on food beverages, on this, the 5% GST is applicable. Just imagine. If I have purchased a good of rupees 100, in those 100, he have already earned 20-30 rupees as an profit. He already earned plus 100 ka 5%, 5 rupee he's earning more, and so his total profit is 25, and I have paid it like I'm paying it 100 to the shopkeeper and 5 to the government. But the whole point is, in the bill there is no GST. In the bill, there is no GSTN. Just imagine, what is he doing? He's charging GST even though he is not registered. If you notice this out, yes, college. Mainly, very good, Avijit, you got it. Mainly in canteen. In canteen, this is very, very common affair. Very, very. Okay, all sales taken off record. Yes. So, by if you're doing this and you are caught, Hana, in fact, I should now, this example would be very better here. Don't take it there. I'll give you a new one. Take it this. Violate the provision of section 171. Section 171 contain provision relating to anti-profiteering measure. Now, imagine another case. Okay? This is the same thing. Here also, since you are not registered, your registration cannot be cancelled, but PO will come and give you a registration. But now, another example. I have a shop, and according to HSN code, the GST rate is 5%. According to HSN code, the GST rate is 5%. But I'm very clever. When you purchase article, I have changed the HSN code of that particular product, and I'm charging the GST rate at 18%. Now tell me, am I doing fraud with you people or not? Am I doing fraud? And this is very, very common, very, very common in B2C supply. If you are found doing this, your registration will be cancelled. If you are found doing this, your registration will be cancelled, right? Now, again, we'll do it again. See, the example will not fit. Now it will fit. Okay. Have you ever given, don't give me answer. I have to plan it. Otherwise, everyone will think. Okay. Have you ever got fake invoices? Have you ever got fake invoices? Yes. Everyone get fake invoices. See, I'll tell you what. Papa gave me, uh, I'll give you example. Papa gave me 10,000 rupees to spend. But he asked me, whatever you spend, give me the invoice. But I spent only 5,000 rupees actually. So I had an invoice of 5,000, which is true. I asked a shopkeeper to give me a invoice of 5,000 rupees, and it's without any supply. So it's a fake invoice. Now tell me, is this vendor allowed to do, is this vendor allowed to issue a fake invoice irrespective without even sale? No. And if you are caught for this, your registration will be cancelled. Now again, issue invoice bill without supply of goods service in violation of the provision of this act or the rule made there under. So this was that point. Okay. You violate the provision of section 10A. Hanji, 10A is what? In the starting only I asked, what is rule 10A? Yes, bank details. So if you remember, within 30 days, invoice furnishing facility or filing the return, if you don't do it, the proper officer will cancel your registration already granted. Then avail input tax credit in violation of the provision of section 16 of CGST Act or the rule made there under. Beta, have you done ITC chapter? Input tax credit? Yes. Perfect. Shall we do it? Section 16. Person must have the invoice. Do you people remember? There must be a copy of invoice. Right? You must have received the good in the premises. Very good. You must have received the good in premises. Those all the conditions were mentioned in section 16. You people remember, na? So all the 16 are followed. Then only take ITC. Yes, it should be shown in GSTR 2B also. Very good. Then only take the credit. If you take credit in violation of section 16, your registration can be cancelled. Then the next one, then furnish the detail of outward supply in GSTR 1 and in GSTR. I know you have not done return. Since I need to do it with you, I'll explain what is return. You tell me how. Place of supply should mention in the invoice. Yes, Abhijit, place of supply should be mentioned in the invoice. In fact, the billing address also and the shipping address also, right? Now, I'll explain F point, then only you will get it. Beta, for example, April. I'm talking about a month of April. I have to file a outward statement. I have to file an outward statement, which is filed in GSTR 1. Take it easy and understand. I have to file an outward statement, which is in GSTR 1, where I will give detail of all the vendor to whom I have supplied good. Detail and the value of sale of all the vendors to whom I have supplied goods. So it is detailed. Done. Once I do this, all the vendors will get GSTR2B auto-populated. That means Payal ma'am is saying that Abhijit has purchased certain goods from ma'am. And on those, whatever GST has been paid is available to Abhijit as ITC. So automatically GSTR2B will be auto-populated at the vendor. No, Anjum, I'll explain it again. Beta, you people become all vendors, right? Purchasers. You people become the purchaser and I'm the seller. And we people are 70 in number. So I have sold goods to all of you people. And I have to give the detail in GSTR 1 of all of your names, of all of your GSTN, of all of your value of good along with GST. Once I upload it, you will at your end get GSTR 2B, where you will get the credit whatever tax you paid to me. Now tell me, you people understood? Anjum, now got it? Perfect. Now. After that, tell me, I also might have my GSTR 2B now. I would have also purchased goods from others. So I would also be getting GSTR 2B at my end. Perfect. Yes, for all input, I would have also been got GSTR 2B. Now what I'll do? I'll file GSTR 3, which is my monthly return. Please see, these are statements. Now I'll file my monthly return. It is not in detail. It is just the total amounts. Why to give again detail when I have already filed all the detail in GSTR 1? How will I do? See, I'll take the total amount of GST, which is as per the sale done by me. I'll take the ITC credit, which is as per GSTR 2B, and balance I'll pay. Now tell me, did you people understood the concept? And the balance GST I'll pay to government. This I'll do it. This I'll do it. Perfect. Now tell me, is this a possibility? Can be there? Just listen and tell me, is this available? Is this a possibility? Beta, in detail, I'm filing my sale of 2 crore. And while filing my monthly return, I'm filing my tax outward supply as 1.5 CR. Now tell me, is this possible? Yes, yes. Now tell me, is this possible? Matlab, when in detail I was filing my output value, it was 20 crore. And when I'm filing this monthly return, then I'm telling 1.5 crore. Where that 50 lakh gone? See, it's a mismatch now. It's a mismatch now. That means somewhere I'm doing any fraud. When it comes to pay tax, I'm showing my sales less. I am suppressing my sale. Now tell me, will it amount to fraud? Tell me, will it amount to fraud? Yes, and my registration is liable to be cancelled. And my registration is liable to be cancelled. Did you understood this concept? अंजुम GSTR 1 में तो individually चढ़ाना ही पड़ेगा ना, since you people need to have credit now. But since I have already given the detail to the department in GSTR 3, I will not give the detail. I'll give the summary form. Understood? Shall I read it? Shall I read it? Now you will get it. See. Furnish the detailed outward supply in GSTR 1 as amended at form GSTR 1A. I can make the amendments also, but those amendment could be of 1 or 2 or 5%. That cannot be of such a huge difference then. Any under section 37 for one or more tax period which is in excess of the outward supply declared by him in his valid return in section 39. In 39 GSTR 3 comes for the said tax period. Now you understood that not to be done. You understood? What's the main difference between 2A, 2B? Vinod, it is me only to take these classes up. Later on, I'll tell you in 2A, all the credit come. In 2B, the credit which could be utilized comes. I'll tell you there. Anna? Okay. Shall we proceed now further? So a bit you understood. Rest we'll do it when we'll have a class, right? Figures. Yes, yes, Nikunj. Now, violate the provision of Rule 86. I'll tell what is Rule. Acha, you have done the ITC. What is Rule 86? You've done Rule ITC. You might be knowing it now. What is Rule 86? I'll give you a hint. Yes, yes, yes. You people got it. Yes, I have written it also. 1% cash. Yes, yes. Perfectly. If you have the tax payment beyond how much rupees? If you pay tax of amount of rupees 50 lakh, very good. Then minimum 1% should be paid through your cash ledger. Minimum 1% should be paid by your cash ledger. If you make a default in it, then your registration can be cancelled. This is what is Rule 86. Next, you are required to file return under section 39(1) for each month or a part thereof, monthly return, and has not furnished a return for a continuous period of 6 months. But it was there also. See, as a regular dealer, I have to file monthly return. Monthly return GSTR 3. There it is. See, and if I have not filed it for continuous period of 6 months, my registration can be cancelled by PO, proper officer. Then, required to file return under provision section 39(1) each for each quarter or a part thereof for QRMP scheme and has not furnished the return for a continuous period of 2 tax period. Did we have QRMP? Quarterly return, monthly payment. Return is not done. Okay. I'll only do it. Okay. Just understand. There is one option where you can go with, yes, beta Nikunj, this is only where you can go with quarterly return and monthly payment. That means your return will be filed for quarter 1, 2, 3, 4. your return will be filed quarterly, but you have to make the tax payment monthly so that the credit can be given to B2B supply. In that case, for a continuous 2 tax period, if you do not file, and now tell me, 3 month for a quarter, 2 quarter make it 6 month. So these are almost the same point. If I'm a regular dealer for 6 month, and if I am in QRMP for 2 tax period, if I have not filed my return, my registration can be cancelled by proper officer. Now tell me, did you people understood? Done, done, perfect. Now the next, suspension for registration. Okay, tell me, suspension. I've got order for suspension. Will I get it? Yes, Abhijit, the only difference is there you are filing your return monthly, and in the second QRMP, you are filing your return quarterly. That's it. Okay, answer. I've got order for suspension. Is this possible? I have got order of suspension of my suspension order कोई होता ही नहीं है. There are no suspension order ना. Remember, देखो, I applied for cancellation. ठीक है. In the meantime, before I get my order of cancellation, this time is known as suspension. This time is known as suspension. We'll do it. We'll do it now. See, once a registered person has applied for cancellation of registration, or the proper officer seeks to cancel his registration, the proper officer may suspend his registration during the pendency of proceeding relating to cancellation of registration. In this way, a taxpayer is freed from the routine compliance. Very, very, very important. During the suspension, I am free from routine compliance. And what is routine compliance? Including filing return under GST law during the pendency of proceeding relating to cancellation of registration. Tell me one thing. When my registration has been suspended, have to file all my returns? Have I have to file all my return during period? No, I don't have to file any return. Perfect. Now, the period and the manner of suspension of registration is as follow. Where the registered person has applied for cancellation of registration. Can you tell me one thing? During suspension, I will be known as registered only. True or false? During the suspension period, true, true. I'll be known as registered only. Where the registered person has applied for cancellation of registration, the registration shall be deemed to be suspended. किस दिन से, from which date the suspension will begin? From the date of submission of application? Yeah, date from which cancellation is sought, whichever is later, pending the completion of proceeding for cancellation of registration. How can we charge GST but not? Sushmita, we can't charge GST. We'll have a revised tax invoice. I did not say that you can file, you can charge GST during the suspension. Let me explain. We have all these things, right? Okay, now understand. There I am, there the proper officer. I made an application that I need the cancellation, and the application is dated 14th April. Yes. The application is dated 14th April. But in the application, I have not mentioned that I need the cancellation from so and so date. So that means I have applied for cancellation from which date? I have made an application for cancellation and the application is dated 14th April. That means I'm sorting the cancellation from 14th April. Now we'll change it. I have the application is dated 14th April, but I want to seek cancellation from 1st May. Now tell me, my cancellation will be deemed to be applied from, see, whichever is later. Did you people got it? Now, okay, let me explain it more. Now, the PO offered me, the PO grant me cancellation on 31st August. So tell me, what is the period of suspension? Now tell me, what is the period of suspension? What is the period of suspension? Tell me from the starting date to the end date. This is a question that could be there with you. Yes, it is from 1st May to 31st August. Everyone got it. Perfect answer. Everyone got it? Done. Shall I proceed further? So, where the cancellation of registration has been initiated by the department on its own motion. Now it is very difficult. PO is doing the cancellation on its own will. Where the proper officer has a reason to believe that the registration of a person is liable to be cancelled, he may suspend the registration of such person with effect from a date to be determined by him. Can anybody tell me? This date could be dash also. The PO can cancel the registration from dash date. Yes, from retrospective. He has a special power from retrospective. Now, pending the completion of proceeding for cancellation of registration. So same thing. He started the proceeding of cancellation till he do not complete the cancellation. The mid period will be known as suspension period. Then restriction on registered person whose registration very important. Somebody asked me also that, ma'am, can we charge GST? This is the answer to it. Restriction on registered person whose registration has been suspended. A registered person whose registration has been suspended as per rule 21A, 22A above, that is on own motion by PO, etc., shall not make any taxable supply during the period of suspension. See, such a difference of opinion. Pile ma'am is saying that he can make a taxable supply, though book is saying that he cannot make a taxable supply. So you people have two opinion. Ma'am is saying the person can make a supply, and the book is saying the person cannot make a taxable supply. But I'll give you a practical situation and tell me in that situation what you will do. That will be the answer. Okay, I've applied for a cancellation. Do you feel I would have sold all the article from my shop? Do you feel when I applied for cancellation, I have sold each and every article from my shop? No, that is not possible. I would have not done it. And this proceeding can take a month or two, true or false? This proceeding can take 1 or 2 month or 1 or 2. Yes, yes. That means in those 2 months, you're telling me don't supply a single unit. How will I feed my family? You are asking me that in these 2 months, don't make a taxable supply. That means I was just a shopkeeper. How will I feed my family? What do you think? Supply should be made by me or not? What do you say? Supply should be made by me or not? You say now, whatever your heart says will be the answer. Supply should be made by me. Now I'll tell you the whole scenario. Initially, when it was drafted by the government, the Anjum, I'll repeat. Okay, I'll repeat. It's a very unique point and a new point. See, this book is saying, the act is saying that once you applied for cancellation during the suspension period, you cannot make a taxable supply. You cannot make a taxable supply. My point is, when I was trying for cancellation, there might be n number of article at my shop which is yet to be sold, and it is not sold. And yes, of course, Abhijit, these are FMGC products. Now, in the time period of 2 months, you are telling me don't make any taxable supply. That means I'm hand to mouth. I cannot feed my family. I'm not selling any product. So do you feel, is this a right thing to write? He don't make a taxable supply. I have to make a taxable supply. I have to. Initially, government wrote this. I'll tell you. Initially, government wrote this, and the government had an opposition to that. What have you written? That during the suspension, the taxable supply will not be made, and government understood their issue and they gave their explanation. So in any act, in any Bear Act, you will find this explanation. And what they explained, now remember. The expression shall not make any taxable supply shall not means that the registered person shall means that the registered person shall not issue a tax invoice. and accordingly not charge tax on supply made by him during the period of suspension. So government got their issue. Government knew we have written a wrong provision. Later on, they clarified and they said, I just wanted to say that, just what government is saying, I just wanted to say that supply can be made, but taxable supply cannot be made. That means you can supply, but you cannot charge GST from the customer. Now tell me, did you understood the provision? So now, true or false? True or false? This is usually student get confused. True or false? During the period of suspension, supply can be made, but taxable supply cannot be made. True now? Supply can be made, but taxable supply cannot be made. True. This is what the whole provision is. Okay, false. Everyone understood? Everyone understood? Shall I proceed further? Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now, next one. Shall not be required to furnish any return. So there are two exemptions to a person who applied for cancellation. No taxable supply has to be made, and during the period of suspension, no return has to be furnished. Then, ma'am, how will the government collect? Abhi, Sushmita, we are doing it there. It is not yet over. Hai. I'll tell you how government will. It is revised tax invoice and the first return. The concept is that, but let me explain. Denial of refund. You people tell me, do you feel okay? Do you think wherever we need refund, is this an easy procedure or a typical one? Whenever it's a case of refund, do you feel it's an easy procedure or a typical one? It's a very difficult one. People are not ready to give refund. And here the problem is I am during a period of suspension. Do you think will I get a refund during the period of suspension? Exactly, I'll not get. This is what is written. A registered person whose registration has been suspended above shall not be granted any refund under section 54 during the period of suspension of registration. Can I ask you a question? There are two important cases where refund is granted. Can anybody name me out? Usually ITC is not given. Usually ITC is not given as a refund. It is always adjusted. It is always adjusted. But there are two cases where refund is granted. Can anybody tell me? There are two cases where refund is granted. Very good. Nikunj have decoded one. And the second one is done by Avijit, UIN. Both have been done. Yes. In case of export, I'll tell you why export are exempted. So I don't have an output tax liability. In that case, government grant me refund. And in UIN, we have already done that they get their GST refunded, right? So next, revocation of shall be deemed to be revoked upon completion of cancellation proceeding by PO. Okay, tell me one thing. PO have given me final cancellation. PO have given me final cancellation. Will my revocation effective now? No. Now you cannot have this. Hana, perfect, perfect. Done. Agla. Such revocation shall be affected from the date on which suspension had came into effect. Next question, you answer. See, I applied for cancellation on 1st April. And during the pendency, I have not yet received the final order, right? So this is the pendency time period. Now the thing is, I fulfilled all those default which were upon me, all the things which were wrong, I did it all right. So I got the revocation letter. Now tell me from which date? And the revocation letter was allotted to me on 1st May. So from which date the revocation apply? From 1st April or from 1st May? From which date the revocation? Yes, from the date when I was served with the order. This is what is written. Right? Beta not Karan, it's not 1st May, beta. I will be getting it from 1st April. 1st April, right? Now, the suspension of registration under this rule may be revoked by PO anytime during the pendency of proceeding of cancellation when he deemed fit, any during the suspension period. where the registration has been suspended under Rule 21(2)(a) for contravention of provision contained, the registration has not already been cancelled. I'll tell you. For you, rules are difficult. I'll make it easy. If your registration is suspended due to non-filing the return with it for 6 tax period, if your registration has been suspended, order has been issued, why? Because you are opting for QRMP and you have not filed the return for 2 tax period. Tell me, if I make this default, the proper officer, by Rule 22, the suspension of registration shall be deemed to be revoked upon furnishing all the pending GSTR. So, if I have been served the order of cancellation due to 2 reasons, either 6 month not filing regular, or in case of QRNP 2 tax periods, then if I make those default good, my cancellation order get automatically revoked. Everyone got it? I'm in the first para why it is written completion of cancellation process. That the suspension shall be deemed to be revoked. But it is written because if I have already made the final order of cancellation, so the revocation is no more available. It is already revoked, right? That's why it is written. Or in the next cases, if I make the default good, my revocation is deemed to be revoked. No more available. Do you people remember in foundation? I'll tell you. In foundation law, we had a topic. Let me explain to you. Agency. Do you people remember agency? I'll tell you how it is. I'll link it to some other point. Do you people remember agency? Revocable, irrevocable agency? Do you people remember agency? Okay, see, I'll tell you what it is. This is the point only. My PO once had applied for cancellation and then after sometimes. Yes, you can, Avijit, you can. Direct entry. Okay, I'll tell you what it is written. See, beta, I'm your principal and you my agent. Right. And I want this agency to be over. I did not want it more. So what I did, I told you that so and so don't come from tomorrow. You are no more my agent. So this is expressed. Now everyone can understand. This is expressed. I told now, don't come to my place. Okay, I'll change it. I have appointed someone else at your place. Now tell me, did I express or this is implied that the agency is over? This is deemed revocation. Deemed revocation. Do you people understood now? So that's a case. Done. Key, when you fulfill the default, right? When the final order of cancellation is done, that means your revocations have been done. Okay? Next, revised, invoiced, and first return. From somebody is asking me, I know the name, I guess Sushmita, if I'm not wrong. Somebody asking me that can we collect tax? Now I'll give you the answer to it. See, from 1st April, suspension started. And revocation, I applied for revocation and I got revocation. And I got a revocation on 30th May. Now tell me, during this period, I made supply or taxable supply, S or TS? You people write. During this period, I made S supply or taxable supply? I made S. Now, there might be many B2B also and B2C also. If people are B2C, if people are B2B, will they? Yes, yes. Now what will I do? Now listen, beta, all the sale which I made during this period, I'll make revised tax invoice. What will I make? Revise tax invoice. Whatever the sale value I collected, say 10 lakh during this period, right? I will say, and the tax rate upon me is 5%. I'll say this is 105. and 5 will be the GST of whom I'll give the credit. This is what is known as revised invoice. First of all, tell me the concept of revised invoice. Whatever sale I've made in this period, I would have just issued an invoice without GST since I was under the period of order of suspension. But now my suspension have been revoked. So what will I do? For all the turnover which I did in that period, I will reissue a revised tax invoice. In that invoice, I'll show the element of GST also, and I'll show the element of transaction value also. Did you understood? Did you understood? Perfect. Perfect. Next, file a GSTR. Now what I have to do GSTR because credit is auto-populated in GSTR 2B. You do not enter it there at your end. Rather, it is auto-populated. So now I'll file a GSTR, which is known as first return. Because it's not a regular one now, it is known as first return. And I have to file it within 30 days. In how many days I have to file it? I have to file it within 30 days of when the order of cancellation revocation was given. Now tell me. हाँ बेटा इनफैक्ट रिवाइज्ड इनवॉइस में जीएसटी लगेगी बट कस्टमर से गौरव हाँ ऑफ कोर्स बट लेट मी डू इट करेक्ट आल्सो बेटा दिस रिवाइज्ड टैक्स इनवॉइस शुड बी इशूड विद इन 30 days. In how many days? 30 days. And then your first return should be filed. So it is not the return filing. Rather, the vendor have got 30 days time period to issue a revised tax invoice. Very good. Gaurav have asked me, ma'am, रिवाइज टैक्स इनवॉइस पे जीएसटी लगेगी यस रिवाइज टैक्स इनवॉइस पे जीएसटी लगेगी बट नन ऑफ माय वेंडर विल गिव मी जीएसटी सो व्हाट विल आई डू आई विल assume that whatever amount I have collected is inclusive of GST. Understood? Whatever amount I have collected is inclusive of GST. This is what is done. After 30 days, if you do it, then it is not, you won't be able to give the credit. Okay, now we'll do it. So, where any order of revocation of suspension of registration has been passed, the registered person has to issue revised invoice under section 31(3)(a) and has to file GSTR 40. Beta 40 is first return related to the supply made during the period of suspension. Revocation of cancellation of registration. If the registered person have cancelled for the failure to furnish GSTR, section rule 23, application for revocation cannot be filed unless such all the GSTR are furnished and amount due on GST along with interest, penalty, late fees have been failed. If, ma'am, can you explain this provision with example? Abhijit, which one, beta? The upper one, revised invoice and the first return? Yes, okay, bhai, everyone. I'm explaining to Abhijit, but the question is to you people. You people are, right? See, on 1st April, I got an order for cancellation. But final, ma'am, we can't collect GST from our customer. No, Kashish, I'll give you answer to it. But my final order of cancellation is still pending. See, it's still pending. It's not yet done. I applied for revocation and I got the revocation. I got the revocation on 1st July. So that means during this period, I would have not filed my return first. Second, I would have made the supply. For example, I made the supply of rupees 45 lakh. But the point is, and the GST rate upon me is 5%. But since my registration was suspended, I cannot collect this GST. So I would have given the invoice of 45 lakh plus 5%. So 5% of 45 lakh is 2,25,000. Tell me, will the invoice will be of 47,25,000? Tell me, you people tell me. Can I make an invoice of 47,25,000? No, I can't. No, because my registration is under suspension. So I would have not collected this. Now, since the revocation is done 1st July, within 30 days. How many days? Within 30 days. I have to issue a revised invoice. I have to issue a revised invoice. So, Sridhar, Nikunj, Isha, I'm asking you people, please pay me 5% more as GST. Do you feel you will pay me 5% more as GST? See, you people are my vendors. I'm asking you 45 lakh, somewhere around 214,285 rupees will be the GST, and I will pay it to government. Yes, 214,285. Yes, 5%. Yes, Abhijit, this is 5% my loss. Yes, this is 5% my loss. Now understood? Now understood? Can I proceed? Perfect. ठीक है? And important, just by this revised tax invoice, you will not get the credit. I will file the first return also, so that your GSTR2B can be updated. This is what the point is, right? Now I'll do it. Acha, can we take a 5 minutes? We to just today we did not even take the gap also. Do you people want me to give you gap? Yes. Usually I ask by 7:30, but due to continuance of lectures, I did not ask. Okay, bhai. See, this is 7:48. By what time you people are coming back? 8. 8. Okay, bhai. 8. But I'm there online only. If anyone have any question, query, can ask me out. Okay, okay, take it till 8. If anyone, I'm not going anywhere. So this is not a gap. We'll take it like a question session. Uh, So anyone with any query, anything which you people want to ask, well, I'll explain it. Any doubt in your mind regarding GST? Important you have a revision of all the 15 chapters, and 59 pages are on portal. Ajay, I'll make sure. Why is this? Technical team, are you there? Ma'am, kindly upload these notes, no, which are of 118 pages.
Okay, ma'am.
Hana, because students are telling me that these notes are not uploaded at the portal.
Which session, ma'am?
Actually, I'll tell you, it is like the first which I uploaded was of 59 pages. Later on, I again gave off near about 80 pages, and the third one is of 118 pages. I've already given you people timely
Okay,
basis. Just upload it so that student also have it.
okay.
Thank you. Ajay, I've done that for you. Perfect, perfect. Ajay, it will be done soon. I've already communicated. About Aadhaar changed. Meenakshi, once again, if the Aadhaar of MD get changed, it becomes difficult. It's a core change now. Then I've got one more question. There were, in fact, so many. Could you please tell me how to? Okay, so I've answered this. I'm not getting the name that how to score more. It is just a thorough revision. Try to get done practical and please see the suggested of ICAI, how the answers has been written. Very, very important. Then the Karan have asked me question, ma'am, in GST amendment of any return is done once or multiple time. If you have a time, there is a time frame in it, and you're doing it in a time frame, do it multiple times. If it is outside the time frame, you can't do it. Then you have to wait for there is a time limit for it, filing the final return and all those stuff. Matlab, the annual return that way. And ma'am, if a person has one GST number in his own PAN, another, or there is all another PAN in name of this partnership firm, two partnership firm. But in a partnership firm, the PAN number is of the partner, not of the firm, beta. Abhijit, any one partner's PAN number has to be registered for getting the registration of GSTN for firm. So how it is possible that you have a partnership PAN done? So yes, Sridhar, it is a fraud. There is a message. Catering pavilion services, there was a catering service and four bills were given to me. Yes, for different date and amount also. There might be a section for TDSC. Since it's a catering contract, 194C, he might be escaping from that. If he's doing that, for sure there is a fraud. है It's a fraud. Done, Sushmita. I'll make sure. Done, done. Abhijit, I'm unable to understand what you are asking actually. I'll go through your question once again. Okay, I'll read. Tell me, I'm not able to get it. Ma'am, if a person has one GST number in his own PAN, perfect, done. Another is on the another PAN in the name of his partnership firm. ठीक है? Another GSTN in the name of his partnership firm, maybe of some other person. If he is a member of two partnership firm, done. The GST official is given him how many registration number. Beta, there will only be one registration number which is on his own pen. For him, GSTN is this only. Or if he wanted multiple, he has to apply for multiple registration. The place of business is same for all cases. Abhijit, now I understood what you were asking. Now I'll tell you. I'll tell you. There is a co-working space concept called. Okay? Now I got it. Now I got it. There is a co-working space. At the same place, 3-4 person are running their business. So yes, at the same place, you can have a multiple business provided you have a segregation of place and in each place the GSTN is mentioned and the PEN number will be different. Or Abhijit, now I got it. I'll tell. Or you can do one also. One thing also. For example, I'll tell you. I know one of my. Do you people know about Great Eastern? See, I'll give you the real example. Do you people know about Great Eastern? right? Okay. So no, it's a electronic shop. It's an electronic shop. I'm answering Abhijit. I'll give everyone's answer. What Great Eastern did, I'll tell you, one of my client, okay, at the ground floor, they have all the refrigerator and ACs. And then at the first floor, they have all those small home appliances. And at the top floor, they have the other televisions and the all home theaters, those kind of. And at the same pen, they have taken three registration. So yes, that is possible. For a same premises, you can have multiple registration with same pen where you have three registration, or you can have one registration where one can be a principal place of business, another as additional place of business. Yes, Abhijit, now I got it. Okay, I got more of questions. Gayatri was still stuck to that point only. It is just that, beta. If the cancellation has been made, then there is no point of anything else. Your revocation is revoked. You cannot try for revocation. You cannot try for revocation because the final order had already been made. There is no trial more. Vinod, what advantage? Of what shall I tell you the advantage? I got it. Vinod, don't write. I know it becomes cumbersome. Advantage, there are advantage. When you take multiple registrations, then the advantage, you can have ITC. Actually, advantage, okay. How well can I define that you get advantage of multiple registration? The benefit is of getting ITC more proportionate to the value of output services. This is what the advantage is. But I think disadvantage are more. Even a stock transfer become taxable. I feel a AC from above got transferred to the second floor will be a stock transfer because they are registered in three ways. They have three registration of the same premise. Then yes, anything else? Abhijit have asked me during revocation, is the vendor can get inward supply? Yes, beta can get inward supply. I know. Can say for better reporting, yes, Vinod, that only I was telling. I know one more of my client who are working like I'll tell you how they are working. At the ground level, they have a printing press, and at the top level, they have an advocacy firm. Okay, and on the top premises, they had one more business. So maybe these are business vertical, and they want to keep their matter different. So they had three registration. This might can be the reason to it. Yes, yes, Nikunj, exactly. Management for vendors and dealer. So, this could be there because I know one of my client in their one premises. In fact, you won't beat out. I know them. They have their podcast studio also. So, at one place, they are doing so many work. ATO of this different registration together. Yes, Dhanalakshmi. While taking for the ATO, because since it is on the single, but Dhanalakshmi, it is we are talking about registration. You are already registered. So why to see ATO? But if not registered, then ATO of all those four premises will be taken in aggregate. Because here we are talking about how many registration. Na? Shall we come back? It's 8. Done, 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 done. We'll do it. Yes. Okay. So, done, done. So we have done revocation of cancellation of registration. Done. We've already done this first paragraph revocation. It says if you've got your suspect cancellation order due to non-filing of return, file the return, the revocation will be done automatically. Now, registration cancelled from the date of order all GST are due for the period from. Okay, first of all, let me explain this. I have not yet done it. Finally, no revocation. I have got my final cancellation order. Finally, I could hear somebody. Perfect. Now there is no revocation. See, I got order on 1st April and I was that person who did not make good my default. And on finally 30th September, I got the final cancellation order. This is what is. Now, registration cancelled from the date of order. All GST are due for the period from the date of order of cancellation of registration till the date of order of revocation of cancellation of registration shall be furnished within a period of 30 days from the date of order of revocation of cancellation of registration. This is a bit different. I thought it is not that. Okay. I got the order on 1st April. I applied for revocation and the revocation came to me on 1st August. Now tell me, during this period, did I file the returns? During this period, did I file the return? No. Now it becomes my duty within 30 days. Within how many days? Within 30 days. I have to file all the pending returns. So I have to file all the pending returns. Even if some returns are here also, I have to make sure I did. During the suspension period, ITC is allowed for no Abhijit. ITC is not allowed. Right? So it says, shall be furnished within a period of 30 days from the date of order of revocation of cancellation of registration. Illustration, we'll do it. Now, the registration of Naman Associates was cancelled by proper officer financial year for its failure to furnish GSTR. Why did I get the order? Because I did not file my GSTR. The registration was cancelled with effect from 1/6 financial year itself. It applied for revocation for cancellation of registration and an order of revocation of cancellation of Naman Associate was passed on 31/7. Okay. Though I got the order, I applied for revocation and I got an order on 31/7 of financial year for revocation. Now tell me, till what time I have to file all the pending returns? Till what time I have to file? Yes. Within 30 days, I have to file all the pending returns. So, in this case, Naman Associate shall be required to furnish the GSTRs for the period from 1/6 financial year to 31/7 financial year within a period of 30 days, that is 38, that is September of financial year. Next. Then next illustration, the registration of Naman Associate was cancelled by PO by an order dated 1/6. It seems to be same. I got an order of 1/6 financial year for cancellation for its failure to furnish GSTR. Perfect. The registration was cancelled with effect from 1/1 financial year itself. And can I get a retrospective order? Tell me. If PO give me order for cancellation, can I get it from a retrospective date? Perfect. So the date mentioned was from 1st January. Perfect. Till now, it applied for revocation of cancellation of registration. And the order of revocation of cancellation of Naman Associate is passed on 31/7. I got the revocation done on 31/7 financial year. Now tell me, within how many days I need to file all the returns? 30. Now tell me, from where I have to file the returns? What is the time period from where I have to file the returns? Yes, from here till here. See, yes, now we'll read it. So it says, in this case, Naman Associate shall be required to file all the GSTR for the period of January to 31/7 within a period of 30 days from 31/7, that is 38 financial year. Did you people got it? Done? Then the next. When registration is cancelled by PO on suo motu basis, the registered person, after fulfilling all the condition of Rule 10B, authentication of Aadhaar, apply to such officer for revocation of cancellation of registration within 90 days from the date of service of cancellation of order. I know you people also might be remembering. Remember, when we apply for registration, we have to go undergo Aadhaar authentication. Do you people remember? We have to go Aadhaar authentication, right? If we don't have an Aadhaar authentication, we have other alternative viable means. Do you people remember? If we don't have Aadhaar authentication, we have other alternative viable means during the registration. It could be your PIN number. Yeah, sorry, it could be your passport number, your driving license. Yes, there were so many driving license, your voter ID. There were so many, your bank account, passbook account, first page could be there. Now, you've got the registration done on the basis of other viable means. But do you remember there was one more point? After registration, you have to update your Aadhaar within 30 days. Do you people remember? Within 30 days? Yes, upload the Aadhaar. If you don't do, your registration will be cancelled. Your registration will be cancelled. And for that, you have to apply. Yes, you have to apply within 90 days. This is what is written. This period of 90 days may be extended by commissioner by or the officer authorized by him, not below the rank of additional commissioner or the joint commissioner, for further period not exceeding 180 days beyond initial period of 180 days. You can get extension of 90 days. If not work done within 90 days, you can have an extension of 180 days more. So in totality, it becomes 270 days. Now, this can be done only on sufficient cause being shown and for a reason to be recorded in. Okay, I'll tell you. I did not have the Aadhaar number, so I went for Aadhaar, other alternative viable means. Once I have the Aadhaar, I have to get my Aadhaar updated, but I did not update it. So my registration is liable to be cancelled. Now, if I get this order, I want that revocation. So I can ask for revocation within a period of 90 days of the order which I sought. If not available in 90 days also, I did not able to get my Aadhaar, then extension of 180 days can also be made, but there should be a reason recorded in writing for such an extension. This is the point. Then, where PO is satisfied that there are sufficient ground for revocation of cancellation of registration, he may revoke the cancellation of registration by passing an order in GST REG 22 within 30 days from the receipt of application and communicate the same to the applicant. That means PO can itself also revoke your cancellation order. Then the PO may reject the application by an order in GST REG 05 if sufficient ground for revocation are not found. And if you are not able to give sufficient ground for revocation, your revocation application will be rejected by the PO, right? So this is the point. So did you people understood here what is written? First point, if Aadhaar is not authenticated within 30 days, then your registration can be cancelled. But you can ask for revocation within 90 days. If not available within 90 days, you can get an extension of 180 days. In totality, you will get an extension of 270 days. Next, if PO is satisfied that revocation should be granted, he'll give you the revocation. And in last, if PO says that your revocation application do not have sufficient ground, he may reject your revocation application. Did you people understood? Done? So we've ended with the chapter. These are the questions which we need to remember, which we need to do it as an exercise. And yes, we've done with the chapter. Fatafat se we'll do the questions. Okay, the first one, determine, very important, determine the effective date of registration. Now back up and answer fatafat se, right? So, the aggregate turnover of the Dhampur footwear industry of Delhi have exceeded the applicable threshold limit of 40 lakh on 1st September, and it has applied for registration on 20th September, and it got the certificate on 25th September. Perfect. The registration will be applicable from 1st September. Perfect answer. Next. So, Mehta Teleservice is an architect in Lucknow. Its registered turnover exceeds 20 lakh on 25th October. It submits the application on 27th November. Kar di galti. Registration certificate 5th December. What will be the perfect 5th December? You getting it. Next, in order to be eligible for the grant of registration, a person must have permanent account number. Perfect. Issued under Income Tax Act. State one exception to it. Can anybody tell me one exception? Very good. UIN. Can anybody tell me one more? Very good. Very good. Both have been done. NRTP and UIN. Perfect. State which of the following suppliers are liable to be registered. Okay, bhai. We'll do. Agent supplying, very important. I find it very interesting. Can I make it for you? And now you don't read it. You know? In fact, even if you read, you won't get it. I have not wrote the answers. See, I'm a taxable person. Please, very important. I'm a taxable person. I'm principal. You're agent of me. Okay? And you are supplying goods on my behalf. You're supplying goods. Now tell me, your registration will be compulsory 24 or 22 turnover based. Can anybody tell me? 24. 24 is right answer. Compulsory registration because you're supplying goods of taxable person, compulsory. Now change. I'm principal. I'm a farmer. You'll get your answer automatically. I'm an agent. I'm supplying good of your, I'm supplying your goods. Now tell me, will compulsory or turnover basis? Yes. Now you got it. That point, farmer's agent. Farmer's agent, you got it now? Now read it. You will get the answer also. Now I'll read it. Agent supplying taxable good on behalf of some other, please note, some other taxable person, and such agent aggregate turnover does not exceed the applicable threshold limit during the financial year. Note, invoice are issued to customer in the name of agent. Ha bhai, tell me, do agent need compulsory registration? Tell me. Yes, because he's supplying good of some taxable person. Yes, that's the reason. Now, agriculturist who is engaged exclusively in the supply of produce out of cultivation of land and its aggregate turnover exceed the applicable threshold limit for the financial year. Do agriculturists need registration? No, not mandatory. No. The answer is no registration. Since he only supply, yes, non-taxable good. Next. Pure Oil Delhi has supplied machine oil, okay, bhai, and high speed diesel oil in the month of, I don't know how I got this, but I cannot make what the month is. Detail given in the table below is pure oil is not yet registered. We can get it. We have to tell is pure oil liable to be registered or not. Okay. So supply of oil in Delhi, it is only 15 lakh. It will be counted in ATO. Then supply of high-speed diesel, of course, it will be counted in ATO. So then supply of machine oil made in Punjab by Pure Oil from its branch located in Punjab, it is still intrastate. It is not interstate. It is intra. Again 10 ATO. Beta, how much do it total make? 15 and 10, 25, 25 and 10, 35. Haan, bhai. Is he liable for registration? No, he is not liable for registration because for him the limit is 40 lakh. Right. Okay, next. What will your be answer? Okay, we'll tell. If in the question 4 above, pure oil supply the high-speed diesel in Delhi in the capacity of an agent of mixed oil limited, non-registered, where invoice to customer are issued in the name of pure oil. Haan, bhai. See, I have written the answer also, but I have told you the concept, beta. I am the principal and I am non-registered, and you people are my agent who is not registered. So what will I do? Will I get myself registered? Of course. See, am I a taxable person? No, I am not a taxable person. Yes, principal is not registered. I need not to have this myself as registered. Please read. That's why I know you'll make the. I've written the answer also. Please, please, please. I'm reading it. Section 24 provide that an agent who is engaged in making taxable supply of goods on behalf of other taxable person shall be liable to obtain registration irrespective of threshold limit. However, in the present case, if Pure Oil supply high-speed diesel on behalf of Mixed Oil in Delhi as its agent, where the invoice to the customer are issued by Pure Oil, still not liable to obtain registration in Delhi, since Section 24 comes into play only when the agent in other capacity is making taxable goods, supply of goods on behalf of a taxable person. Did you people get it? Why not required? See, that's why I made. Yes, since his principal was not registered, and this rule applies for registered principals, right? Everyone got it? So, next, examine whether, first tell me, did you people got this topic? This is very important in exam. I don't want you people to think about whether registration required or not required. Did you people get it? Perfect. If you are agent and if you are supplying goods of a registered person, then your registration is required. And if the person of whose good you are supplying, yes, yes, he is exempted or he is supplying non-taxable goods, no registration required. Then examine whether the supplier of good is liable to get registered in the following independent cases. Perfect. We'll answer. Raghav of Assam is exclusively engaged in intrastate supply of ready-made garment. His turnover in the current financial year is 33 lakh, and he has another showroom in Tripura where the turnover is 11 lakh. Haan bhai, is he required to get registered? And if yes, what will be the registration limit? Yes, yes. What will be the registration limit? Perfect. 10 lakh, beta, 10 lakh. 10, because Tripura is involved. Because Tripura is involved, his registration limit becomes 10 lakh, right? Can anybody tell me one more answer? If from Tripura he is making supply of non-taxable good, what will be my registration limit? 40. 40. In that case, it will be 40. It will be 40. Next. Pulkit of Panjim, Goa is exclusively engaged in intrastate supply of shoes. Is aggregate turnover in the financial, by registration required or not? No, since the limit is 40. Since shoes are goods 40 for Goa. Then Harshit of Himachal Pradesh is exclusively engaged in intrastate supply of pan masala, and his aggregate turnover of the current financial required. Yes, required, because the limit is 20 lakh. Perfect. Then we have, in case Mr. J limit 20 lakh in case of Mr. J, limit of 20 lakh exceeded on 10th 8 of financial year, and he applied for registration on 28, and the registration was granted on 38. You got it. What is the date of registration? This is the most asked questions. It is 10/8. Perfect. Then assume in the above case, if he applied for registration on 15/9, 15/9, and he got the registration on 25/9, the effective date will be easy, 25/9. Easy. Okay. The aggregate turnover of GGC industry of Delhi exceeded 20 lakh on 1/9 financial year. It submits for application for registration on 20. Now it is also easy. The registration certificate is on 22 now. What is the date of registration? They become so easy to us now. 19. Perfect. GGC Services is an internet service provider in Lucknow. The ATO exceeded 20 lakh on 25/10. It submits the application for registration on 27/1. So it is after 30 days. The registration certificate granted on 2/12, of course. The answer is 2/12. You people have become pro in it now. The registration of Naman Associate. Beta, we've done this, no? We'll do it. But if I have wrote it, that means no, this will be different. I've checked all. The registration of Naman Associate was cancelled by proper officer by an order dated 1st June. Okay, by 1st June. Let's see, there might be something new. Then, for its failure to furnish return, perfect. The registration was cancelled with effect from 1st June itself. Okay. It applied for revocation of cancellation of registration. Okay. In the order was written that we are not going retrospective. Rather, we want your cancellation from 1st June. Of Raman Associate got it on 31st July. So he got the revocation order on 31st July. Perfect. In this case, Naman Associate shall be required to furnish all the return for the period from 31st June to 31st July within a period of? Yeah, easy, 30 days. It's an easy one. Then, next one. Varun Enterprise, a sole proprietorship firm, is engaged in the supply of electrical goods in Delhi. Perfect. The firm is registered under GST. Perfect. The Varun is a proprietor of the firm. He wishes to expand his business, and his friend Arun approached him to provide additional capital for his business. If he made the partner in Varun's business, ठीक है भाई, I wanted to add up with Varun. I said I'll give you additional capital. Varun agreed and changed the constitution of his business and form a partnership firm. Varun Arun Company and Company. Since Varun Arun and Company. Since the change in the constitution of business from sole proprietorship firm to partnership firm resulted in the change of the PAN of registered person. Now tell me, is this a change or need a new cancellation? Well, a new registration. Yes. So the partnership firm has to apply for fresh registration. The reason for the same is that GSTN is PAN based, and any change in PAN should warrant a new registration. I know I need to do two questions. Can I ask you one thing? Can a firm use Arun and Company as a suffix? Do anybody know about it? This is company, no? Arun, Varun and Company. Arun, Varun and Company. And we have done a lot of partnership firm question also. Everywhere it is written and co. And co means company. Do you know the reason behind it? Why do we write and company? I'll tell you. Firm have unlimited liability now. Firm have unlimited liability now. So firm have been allowed to use the word and company. Firm is allowed to use the word and company. But if it would have been a limited liability, the word would have been a limited. So a firm cannot use the word limited, but a firm can use the word and company. Right. Yes, Savijit, we can add the partner anytime. Okay. Gaurav, you would have done in the ITC wala chapter now that it will be credited to them. It is there in the ITC chapter. Hana? When there is a change in constitution of the firm, you shift it. That is the same thing. Hana? Next, examine whether the liability of a register to register compulsory under section 24 arises in each of the independent cases. Okay, we have to tell will 24 apply or not. Meenu, a supplier in Maharashtra, is exclusively engaged in the supply of potatoes produced out of cultivation of her own land within Maharashtra and outside state. Tell me, is compulsory registration required? Why or N? Very good. No, beta, it is not required. Not required because it's an agriculture produce exempted under section 23, right? Geno Oil Gujarat is engaged in supplying machine oil as well as petrol. Further, Sridhar, even if it is out of state beta, it is a cultivator. No, it is an agriculturist. Not required. Further, it provides inter-state service of refining oil to customer. Beta, meko jitna samajh mein aaya, he is supplying goods also and he is giving services also. Do remember. Now, the total turnover of supply of machine is 10 lakh and supply of petrol is 5 lakh, and supply of service is 6 lakh. Beta will sum it up, it becomes 21 lakh. So yes, compulsory registration required? Yes, it is required. Perfect. Tilu is working as an agent. He is supplying taxable good as an agent of Tiku. Who's registered? Now tell me. The registration required for the agent? Yes, now you got the point. Yes, it is required because he is supplying the good of a taxable person. So there it is. See, we wind it up. So the whole chapter is done along with all the questions of the module, and I have added many of the question again also, but the more also. Petrol should be considered. Vinod, in what way do you want me to tell? When if it is taxable and non-taxable supply both, then in that case, yes, in aggregate turnover, petrol should be considered. If when I am an agent and I'm supplying petrol of somebody else person, which is a non-taxable commodity, my registration is not compulsory. So thank you everyone. WhatsApp group. No, Indu, there is no. Yes, Vinod. Thank you, Dhanalakshmi. So we'll meet for the next class. Okay? Question helps us to. Okay. Revocation, it is interest needed. Yes, Abhijit, it was bit typical. It is tricky. It's not typical. Anna, thank you, everyone. We'll meet now on Tuesday, right? Done. Thank you. I'll be giving the notes. I've asked to update the note. Rest, I'll be updating the next chapter note also with the ICAI so that you people have it in advance, right? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Yeah, ma'am. Thank you.